Folks, what you're about to look at is one of the largest 1980s G.I. Joe collections I've ever come across.
A one and a two and Rusty the reseller, he'll sell you the shirt off his back. Well, I have done it.
Well, folks, believe it or not, I had to get a U-Haul. I mean, I was out here on vacation, folks, and I bought so much stuff I couldn't even get it back. So here we are. As you can see, I got this. This is about the smallest trailer you can get that's enclosed. It is a U-Haul trailer. I'm going to try to start filling it up right now, and I'll see where I'll show you how far it goes. All right, folks, I think I got it all in here now. You can see a bunch of these newer Power of the Force and various Star Wars figures that haven't been taken out of the package, but if I dip myself in here, you can see that there's some old figures in here. Story goes, I found this person on Facebook Marketplace, and I reached out. I took a 2-hour drive in here, folks, but what I came across was somewhere, well, I don't know how much exactly, but I will tell you that they were wanting $1,200. I offered them $1,000 for all the Star Wars stuff. As I was walking out, he said, now I got to go through all my G.I. Joe and Transformers at some point. And I said, excuse me? So he quickly pulled out a bunch of G.I. Joe stuff, and I offered him $800 for that. So I'm $1,800 in, plus about $75 for this trailer. And I bought a hitch for my vehicle because I didn't have one because I don't tow stuff typically. So I'm a little over $1,900 in on all of this. But I think, just a cursory look, we're looking in somewhere in the range of $5,000 to $7,000 worth of merchandise I purchased. So it was well worth getting this trailer. Let's get her home, back to the warehouse. I'll enlist some help, and let's start going through these and see what the actual values are going to be. Folks, what you're about to look at is one of the largest 1980s G.I. Joe collections I've ever come across. It has to do with figures, their accessories, their weapons, their vehicles, the card backs from the figures themselves. We've got a variety of the original boxes as well. Folks, hold on to your breeches. Believe it or not, folks, not only the figures can be valuable and worth selling, but the card backs themselves. That's right, the pieces of cardboard that's behind the figure when they sold originally on the shelves at places like Walmart and other department stores. Here we got Cobra the Enemy. Let's just pull this guy up here. You can see that some of them have some pieces cut out of them. That's because some of them had these little pieces that if you cut those out and send them in, they would send you a free figure. It was the same with Star Wars figures. The back of them oftentimes showed different ones that had already been made. You got the information about who it is. This is Cobra Ninja. His code name is Storm Shadow. This is a 1983 one. I've got a handful of them here. I could sell those all by themselves if I wanted to. The different weapons, not weapons, the vehicles rather, are quite impressive. The thing about it is that I've got almost everything is intact in its entirety, but some of the pieces have fallen off and they're in different spots. Look at this. I didn't even notice it. Look at that. I pulled them out, and doggone yes, come here. I didn't even notice it. Well, he's just chillaxing in here. Oh no, he died, folks. He's been in there since the 80s. No food and water. I'm not surprised. His legs are still attached though. But look at that. Maybe the original figure that went in that. That's cool. I need to look at the others that I didn't even notice. But we got some, I don't think that that's a G.I. Joe. I think that's something else. But look at this. The 788 right here. We got a tank and some really sweet looking airplanes. Look at this right here. This is the Night Raven. Beautiful. I wouldn't say that they're in pristine condition, but they are still in really good condition. A lot of them still have all their original bombs and different explosive devices and such. This one's awesome. It's like a, I don't know what they called it. It says Moto 4 on it, but I wouldn't be surprised. I've not even tried to open these up. I'm sure I can open them up. Some of them had little guys in there, so all kinds of spots for them to hide. I wonder if this thing, if I popped her up, I gotta be careful, because sometimes, I don't exactly know the right way to open them, you know what I mean? I don't want to break something off of them. This one's really cool here. Folks, if you're into G.I. Joes and stuff, I imagine you're just salivating a little bit. And this thing can come off. I don't know, you see anybody in there? I don't, but that's a really cool little armored covered vehicle. And we got some other really cool fighter jets. This one, I remember that one when I was a kid. Just absolutely love it. If you come across these old vehicles, they can actually be quite valuable. Command center, folks. This is awesome. When you can find these in their original packaging, definitely can add to the value. Unfortunately, I don't see the price. I wish the price was still on it. It's been ripped off, but inside of here, it's entirely intact. You got the whole thing in the original box. This is from, I think would have been maybe a carrying case. It says your official collector display case. So this is a display case. It's missing one side. I've only got one. I wish I had the other side. I'd probably try to sell that maybe by itself, but you'd put them in there and that little strap would hold them in place, the figures. But folks, when these came to me, they were all flattened out. I had to pull them all out and open them all up so that they're three-dimensional again. Let's just take a look here. We got the Watchtower, Battle Station, Silver Mirage motorcycle. And look, you could, the triple win game, you could win instantly. Zartan, Swamp Skier, the Mortar Defense Unit, Cobra Jetpack. Oh man, look at his hair. Cobra Flight Pod with the Trouble Bubble, of course. Keep an eye on that Trouble Bubble. The Bivouac Battle Station, Rapid Fire motorcycle. It's the Ram. Here we are, the Checkpoint Battle Station, and the checkpoint is in there. It's in there. Not all of these are. Some of these are out on the table over here, but some of these, like the mortar defense unit, it's in there. We got the Mountain Howitzer, the tracked vehicle, the Ramp. Here's the Skyhawk. Battle Armor Snake. Now this guy's just stinking cool. He's over on the table. I'll show him in a minute. Ski-Mobile Polar Battle Bear. What do we got over here? This is the old container that had at one time the Crimson Guard Commanders. Tomax and Xamot. Oh, look at that. Well, look what they did there. They just reversed the letters of the names. Look at those guys. Man. Look at those outfits. Only $5.97, folks, if you're interested. Oh, man. Really impressed with that collar and that metal guard on his shoulder there. Okay. Missile Defense Unit, the Cobra Claw. One of my personal favorites when I was a kid, Serpentor and his Cobra Emperor with the air chariot. He had a snake and a little knife and then this little thing he glided on. Havoc, heavy articulated vehicle ordnance carrier. That thing is gigantic. And then of course this large box, which is for the Cobra Night Raven, which I showed you right over there. Really cool, folks. Just so cool. This was one individual's childhood collection that I purchased. And the funny story is that I actually went out there to purchase his collection of Star Wars figures, which I did. And as I was purchasing them, the gentleman said, well, now I got to get into all my G.I. Joe and all of my Transformers. I said, excuse me? So we went through, he pulled them out real fast and I made him an offer and walked away with all of these G.I. Joes as well. I didn't get the Transformers because he hadn't gone through them yet, but he said I'd be the first he'd call, which is great, so I might get those. So what you can see here is a variety of these figures. You've got the head and torso. You've got down here the hips, important piece because it connects the lower half, the legs. And the way these operated, you can tell by this one right here is still connected a little bit. See that little piece? Actually, you know what? It's not in there. I think that's just the metal holding it in place. There were a couple of these, I don't know if I can see them now, where some of that little rubber ring was still intact, but essentially these have all been broken out. You can buy replacement rubber rings and reattach them. Right here, I believe we have Cobra Commander. He's pretty valuable one. And here's Serpentor. As you can see, I kind of put him together because I saw him. Really, really cool. We got various different guys in here. I think that some of these might actually be from a different group of action figures called Mask, M-A-S-K, and I can't remember exactly what that stands for. I'll have to go back and look at it, but we've got a variety of these figures. These figures, depending on which ones they are, can sell pretty darn well. If you can sell them along with their card, this like right down here, the card back, those can do super well. All right, folks, accessories. This is true of G.I. Joe, and this is also true of Star Wars, which is that sometimes the accessories themselves can be as, if not more valuable and sought after than the figures. What we have here are some of these stands, right, that came with them where you could stand them up and just display them. This is a variety of different types of backpacks and back equipment that these G.I. Joes would have come with. Here are a variety of hair pieces and little hats and things like that. And then, oh my goodness, oodles and oodles of missiles, exploding ordnances, bombs, mines, you know, everything, torpedoes. I mean, everything you can think of. A lot of these that I have down here have a lot of their original ones still intact. Look at this. This has got all of them. Those are detachable, folks. Same as these. Same as the yellow and gray ones there. These red ones right here can be detached. Tons and tons and tons of those. Those go to those vehicles. I'm sure they're probably mostly all there, if not all there. And then here's the prized ones here, guys. This is these little guns, rifles, pistols, and various things. I don't think these are G.I. Joe. I think it's something else. I'm not quite sure. But folks, and then just various other accessories, skis, you know, snow thing, like various like belts and shoulder straps and all kinds of stuff, folks, came with this. It is absolutely incredible. And then here were all the various other small components and vehicles and pieces to vehicles that had fallen off, and old Rusty has not done research to know what goes to where. Sometimes you can just match up, like the colors can work. Other times they have little numbers written on them. Let's see here. Yeah, so see this? M3565-1. If you look that up in eBay, you'll probably find that that goes to a particular vehicle. And there may be people looking for that one piece. These pieces fell off, got lost, got broken all the time. And so people are willing to find that piece and buy it so that they can have their complete piece. And for collectors, if they buy something and it's not complete, it's missing a piece or two, they'll go out and try to find the piece. And that will help them complete their collection. A couple of these little cards. I don't know if this came with all of them, but it came with some of them. Little cards talking about, this is Rambo. Okay, so these are not G.I. Joe, these are Rambo. And so these must have been something in with the group, but I'm sure they're collectors. I have to look these up for these as well. This is the one I want to show you. I put this little bomb, I think it went to something else, on this little guy here, but I had the box over. I want to show you. He was just really cool. It's kind of like this robotic little thing that can walk around, and I think you can fit like a little figure, a person maybe up in there or something. And this is kind of like I don't know, it is G.I. Joe, because you can see it's got the Cobra emblem up there, but it's I don't know. I just find it really fascinating and fun. He's just interesting. But folks, this is Serpentor's little glider here, and she's got all kind of oodles and oodles, folks. I got these out to photograph. I think I'm going to try to sell them all to one collector. Now, truth be told, if I wanted to spend the next couple of months or longer going through and parting these out, meaning selling each of these piece by piece, I could make oodles more money. But it's not, to me, worth the time, right? I have to think about my time. I also have a large Star Wars collection I got to go through, so I got to burn through this. But what I expect is to sell all of this. Not only will I make my money back on this, I'll make my money back on what I paid for the Star Wars. And I might even make profit beyond that, which would mean the entire Star Wars vintage collection would be, at that point, all I'd be working for is profit because all my cost of goods have been accounted for. This was a fantastic find. Folks, I found this on Facebook Marketplace. That's right. I was out, I found it. And as you saw earlier in the video, I had to get a U-Haul to take it back. I was on vacation, believe it or not. And so you never know when those deals are going to come. That's why you should always keep some money back to reinvest into your company, because when that deal comes, you want to be able to jump on it as fast as you can. Update, folks. I've decided that instead of selling this as a big lot at one time, I contacted someone that I know that knows a lot about G.I. Joes. And so this particular individual is going to help me out as far as putting some of these figures together, putting their items, accessories, weapons, and such together with the card backs, and helping me get all these missiles and torpedoes and such together with the proper vehicle so that I can sell them and make a little bit more on top of that. So that's in the works now. I sent some stuff off and we're working together, and I'm hoping that I can bring you another video once they're all put together and then talk through how I'm going to sell them and kind of what my strategy will be. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you like G.I. Joe and these old figures like I do. And if not, maybe you learned something. Next up will be the same type of video, but for vintage Star Wars. I'm getting into it, folks, and it's super exciting. Join us soon. Take care.
Beep boop boop. Let's go make some money. Rusty, rusty, rusty how to. Rusty, rusty, rusty how to. Rusty, rusty, rusty how to. Rusty.